Welcome to the Daily Forex Market Analysis, and this is for trading on October 19th, 2018. Just a quick disclaimer before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. As usual, we'll start off by taking a look at our calendar here. So today we have coming up in the evening here, we do have GDP numbers for China. Now these can be important for Australia, Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar, because Australia and New Zealand are both big trade partners with China. And if China's economy is not doing well, then that will have an impact on Australia and New Zealand. And now we did have retail sales numbers for UK here, for British pound here, and that came out negative. And overall, we did see that US dollar gained today. Coming up on Friday, we have Bank of Japan and Governor Kuroda speaking once again. Very important thing here, we have CPI and core retail sales numbers for Canada. So Canada, for the longest time, we had the whole disagreement over NAFTA. And so now that NAFTA agreement has been signed, we will see what kind of numbers come up. So that has helped a bit. But the CPI numbers, like we talked about before, we had a few CPI numbers come out. CPI numbers are very important. And if we see a negative number come out, that will have a negative impact on Canadian dollar. And then we also have Bank of England, Governor Carney speaking during the New York session here. Let's go on to the charts here. We'll start off by taking a look at our euro US dollar here. Yesterday we had talked about euro dropping. We saw that it did that. We saw a pullback into the previous support and resistance area and then a drop. So that's a nice bearish candle close here, looking for price to drop further. Next target here will be a 1.1392, so about 1400 level here. I would look for a bit of a pullback on this one here as well. Now, the one thing to remember here is we've seen 3 days of drop here, and we are coming into this support level. Last time price was here, we did see that it turned around, it tested this level and then turned around. So I would watch out for that. But overall bias is to the downside, and target is 1.1400. Pound dollar here, we had talked about this one, the bias being bearish yesterday. And of course, we saw a big drop in pound dollar today. Now, because of the way our daily candle has closed, this is a bearish still, looking for price to drop further. 1.2920 will be the target for pound US dollar. So bearish bias for pound dollar. Aussie dollar here, we have a nice pin bar here. Yesterday, we saw a bearish candle close. We did see a pullback here. We saw Australian dollar, Australian data come out and positive yesterday. And as a result of that, we saw a move up in Australian dollar here, but we saw a reversal. So we did saw this a bit of a head and shoulders here and a reversal from that level. So we have a bearish pin bar here. So as a result, looking for price to drop. Bias is bearish for Aussie dollar here. And target here, the first target will be 0.7080. And we'll have to watch out for this because that is an important support level here, as we see price had reacted here previously. So watch out for that, but overall biases to the downside and looking for price to drop further here. 0.7040 will be the target to the downside. So bearish bias for Aussie dollar as well. New Zealand dollar has been stronger. We saw that the risk currencies have actually dropped more than the commodity currencies. So Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar have both been, they have kind of held their own, whereas euro dollar and pound dollar had bigger drops, but bias is still bearish here. Yesterday, we were looking for a drop. Price pulled back and dropped a little bit. Now we have a nice bearish pin bar here. So looking for price to drop further. First target would be 0.6500, right into that support resistance, and then below that 0.6450. So bias is bearish for New Zealand dollar. Dollar CAD here, we were looking for a bullish move here. So this was our yesterday's close, and today's close is, so we got that a follow through as we had projected here. So now we have a bullish candle close. It is right into resistance, so we have to be mindful of that. But overall bias is bullish. Now we do have important data coming out for Canada tomorrow, and if the data comes out positive, we could see price react here. So we could see a drop. So keep that in mind. But based on the daily candle close here, bias is bullish, and we're looking for price to go up further. First target here would be a 1.3108 level. We see that price has reacted multiple times at this level. And then next target here will be 1.3180 level. Now, it could drop here as well, just because of the data. If the data comes in quite positive, this could reverse. And in that case, 1.3020 will be the target to the downside, basically looking for a reversal of this move if price does drop as a result of the positive Canadian dollar data. But if the Canadian data comes out negative, we're likely to see a big move to the upside here. So that's dollar CAD, but overall, just based on the technicals here, bias is to the upside. Euro pound here, this one, we had a bearish candle close, bearish pin bar here. Now, price was not able to, we had talked about the support here, but price did not even get into that support. We have a bullish candle close today. As a result, I'm looking for price to move up further. The target here would be 0.8820. But if the price does not get across these pins, then this one could turn around here as well. So overall, the bias here is is sideways. So it's neutral right now for the last several days here. For an entire week, price hasn't really done much. So sideways bias, but the daily candle close is bullish. So we could get a move into 0.8820. So that's Euro pound. Euro Swiss franc here.